In today's video, I'm excited to introduce a new company to the channel, Braghouse Holdings Inc., or TBH on the NASDAQ. And without wasting any time, this one is about Doge or Dogecoin, and specifically, House of Doge, or the corporate arm of the Dogecoin Foundation to list on the NASDAQ through merger with Braghouse Holdings Inc. That's the stock we just talked about, TBH on the NASDAQ. So if we continue the story here, what is the Dogecoin Foundation? Well, if you follow the money or where the information is coming from, you'll see exactly what that is. But at a high level, the Dogecoin Foundation wants to do only good every day. They have a pretty good purpose here or manifesto. What does it tell us? Being useful, being personable, being welcoming, being reliable. Perfect. And then they also have a prologue and a roadmap here, trail map, what the projects are going to do. They've been fairly transparent. If we look here to the stock right now, we can see that it's trading around $1, and you're probably wondering why it went down a lot. Well, that's because there's a reverse merger. So they're printing a whole bunch of new shares, and the new valued business value is going to change. What's important to keep in mind here is that when you're getting a new investment on a company that is quite small, like when we look here, roughly $10 million, there's fairly big money coming into this. So let's just push forward for one quick thing before we look at the chart, because have a look here. CleanCore Solutions, or Zone on the NASDAQ. And just before we go further, just make sure you read the disclaimer in the description for full disclosure details. But just as we continue the story here, it's pretty simple. $175 million private placement to build the official Dogecoin Treasury founded by the Dogecoin Foundation and the House of Doge. So this is where Alex Spiro is going to become very interesting later, because he is the chairman of the board over at Zone. But for a small company like this at roughly $10 million, when you have these very big investments, like we saw $50 million coming in, that means dilution. Dilution means that the new value of the business is going to change. There's been a lot of these companies that have done this before, but going into here, what we can now see is that the stock actually has higher lows established, and it's around $1. Very easy number to remember. Finally, the saying is that volume usually precedes price. A lot of the stocks we've looked at on this channel, they have this telltale sign right here. There's usually going to be a big burst of volume. That means interest in the stock. People like the story enough to go purchase it. And then the story has to unfold. So over here, we can see that they've built a nice little staircase of support, staircase of support, staircase of support. And now it looks like there might be a sale. The ironic part is that the stock market is the only place that people run out of the store as the sales get deeper. So we talked about the company. We can look at some news releases here. They have the ability to get published in big places. We read the Business Newswire, which means that now they're officially letting the world know what they're doing. As we can see right here, they're going to do an RTO backed by over $50 million investment. So $10 million company, as I see it there, getting $50 million in investment. Yes, the new business combination is going to be different. So who is behind this, and are they okay with it being down 60%? Let's dive a little bit deeper. And I'll leave a link for you if you want to go through and read the rest of the news here, because the company does have other things they've done up to here. All right, let's just read this last one here. So $15 million private placement, and then they've got a, looks like there's an update with 50. So the whole new business, it looks like they're pretty cashed up. What I want to lean into here now is actually Alex Spiro, because this name is familiar to me. And the reason why it's familiar is because when I think of Doge, I think of Elon Musk. So if you Google Elon Musk lawyer, or Elon Musk Alex Spiro, Elon Musk go-to lawyer, you're going to find this guy, Alex Spiro, who we just saw named here. So CleanCore Solutions Inc. is related to this company here, which is, just one more time, again, TBH on the NASDAQ, and that's Braghouse Holdings Inc. So if we go back to here, what this basically shows us is that he is immediately becoming the chairman of the board of directors at ZONE, which is CleanCore, and that's roughly, I don't know, about 6 weeks ago. So who Alex Spiro is matters. And yes, he's okay that it's down 60%. I can't speak for him. I'm not his lawyer, but that's the reason why they're putting money in. So we want to understand who this guy is. And ultimately, what was the mission for Doge we reviewed earlier, the Doge Foundation, and whether or not there is potentially a story here that investors can get behind. Elon Musk's lawyer, Alex Spiro, set to chair $200 million Dogecoin Treasury company. So I'm not sure exactly what all these different companies have in current valuation today. All I can tell you is that I see Elon Musk's lawyer. This is from Fortune.com. If we looked at Business Insider here, this is an article going back to September 3rd, roughly that same time. Alex Spiro, Elon Musk. You might recognize Elon Musk. He's the richest guy ever. Sorry, not ever. Richest guy alive right now. 500 billion was what he was worth before. His go-to lawyer might be someone who he keeps going to because he knows what he's doing. And securities are stocks. So if you're a lawyer, you understand what all that means. So let's go here to Braghouse Holdings and the Form S1 with the U.S. SEC. Because if you look under the hood, this is where there could be some subtle information you could actually see underneath of here. So who are actually the holders of the stock? If we go all the way down to here, we can see who the issuance is, issuers. We can go down to here. We can see the share count. If we go down further here, there's one company I'm looking for because it sticks out to me like a sore thumb. Here's the stakeholders: 420 Investment Group LP, 420 Investments LLC. They got 7.4 and 14.1 million shares. By far, the largest share offering hereby. So what this means is that they are a very big stakeholder. And because they're a very big stakeholder, like they probably have a story here. What's the story? Well, if we go to 420 Investments LLC, and it's a Texas-based company. Who's in charge? It is, let me have a look right here. You can see the company information. It's over, they got a principal address over in Florida. They got one over here in Texas. And it's Alexander Spiro. That sounds like Alex Spiro over in Florida. It does. So I think it's the same person, 420 Investments LLC, which is what we just looked at there on the SEC document. 420 Investments LLC. That's the 14.1 million shares. So important for us to understand who's behind this. So the 420 thing, like what's going on there? Well, the 420 price was not a joke. Elon Musk testifies again in trial over controversial tweet. So his go-to lawyer was Alex Spiro. He's the one who helped him with that. He said it was funding secured. So he says it wasn't really a joke. And this is where it's not a joke. Elon Musk takes this Doge thing pretty seriously. So do only good, right? Department of Government Efficiency. They're trying to save money for people. So if we think about the original goals of the Dogecoin Foundation, let me just bring it back up here. Doge Foundation, because this is the official arm of it. So if we understand what Doge is trying to do, and yes, it's a little bit silly sometimes, but you know about it. Does everyone know about everything, every other coin? No. But if Elon talks about something, that's great. Do only good every day. And because they're transparent and we know about them, we know the history, we see the manifesto, being useful, being personable, being welcoming, being reliable. Those are all good things. So when I go through here and I read do only good every day, well, I think this one might have a chance. It's good. If we go forward here, the Doge thing is really real. So we have to ask ourselves, could there actually be some credibility here? There's other companies involved. There's Fiserv related to management and the board of directors. There's a person there who was involved from before. They've had a partnership there to develop something, but and this news really sure going back to March. It looks like they're planning to actually do something here. At Pfizer signs a definitive agreement for business combination with House of Doge. Announcement of an exclusive partnership with the Dogecoin Foundation. So they've been working on this for a while. And if we go through here, Elon wants to build a super app. What's a super app? Well, this is the website's words, not mine, but I would agree with it. Elon does want to make a super app. He's dreamt of a super app akin to WeChat since rebranding Twitter to X in 2022, following a $44 billion takeover. And now with XAI, he's getting closer to building that super app. So if we go back to the good old days of X.com, what was X.com? What are they giving you here? Oh, it's a credit card. So look, I think it says Visa on there. There's Peter Thiel, right? There's Elon Musk. Might look a little bit different here. Yeah, well, that's because X.com and PayPal merged. So if we think about where we were versus where we are, there might be some innovation happening here. And I think Elon is trying to build that super app. So if we think about what are all the things that it takes to build a super app, well, finance is one of the main things. Artificial intelligence, media consumption. They're starting to get a lot more of the things that WeChat actually has. So if Elon has a go-to lawyer and that go-to lawyer is involved with this company, which is Braghouse, there might be some investment opportunity here. So again, I'm going back to the Wayback Machine and asking myself, well, Elon back then, if you could talk to yourself today, would you say, yes, I still want to make the credit card? Well, he spent $44 billion on Twitter and then rebranded it to X.com, took it private. It's nice to be able to afford to do that. So do good things. I think he meant it back then. And I think today he's trying to do it. So one more time, if you want to find out about this company, it is Braghouse Holdings, Inc. And you can find them on the NASDAQ under TBH. And this distribution was conducted on behalf of CleanCore Solutions, Inc., which you can find on the on the NYSE under ZONE. And then for the audience, please just make sure to read the description for full disclosure details. And with that said, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.